It's 4, okay. Well, welcome everybody to our September 8th Port of Allyn regular meeting. If you would stand with me and join me in the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much and welcome. Commissioner Sheridan has an excused absence. He's in a class. Matter of fact, he's in a class for being a chaplain for the sheriff. So
I think it's training.
training, yeah. We have public comment right now, and then we'll go into the approval of the agenda. So you two can wait till after the public comment, and then we'll put you in the agenda, and you'll be right off the top. Does that sound good? You and Bonnie? Bonnie, not yet. But other public comment will be, go ahead and we'll take the people who are in the audience, and if we can have it 3 minutes, that would be great. So if you would come to the podium, identify who you are, and then speak your piece. You can, if you want.
That means you.
No,
We're gonna
add
put
Terry
them,
to the
we're gonna
agenda.
add them to the agenda.
Way ahead of you, bud.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. Anybody here in the audience want to speak? No? Okay, then Zoom. I see Joe. Yes?
Yeah, thank you, commissioners. Just wanted to address government accountability, and the purpose for being in government is to make your community a better place, to bring transparency to the process, to involve the community with input and as far as what you're doing and why you're doing it. And it seems the Port of Allyn has lost their way in that area. I was reviewing the public record from quite some time ago and looking back as far as 2001, I noticed that there was actually plans for a business park. Earnest money had been put down, an appraisal had been ordered for a piece of property, and here we are 24 years later and we have no business park. And the Port of Allyn is tasked with providing economic support and economic growth and development is its primary function of the Port District. It's specified on the port's website. It's noted that's the duty of ports in Washington State. So the port really needs to get back to its core mission, and that's providing economic growth and development in the Port District. In addition to that, Director Bonnie Knight in 2012, upon developing the port water system and working with Commissioner Scott on that, specified that there was 200 connections available and that the system had capacity to serve 1,000 connections. And here we are 13 years later, and it's my understanding that today the port has only 147 connections and only 38 of those connections are available. So this doesn't seem like the port is really taking their charter very seriously. Things are not moving at the speed that they should. If private business moved at that speed, they'd be out of business. So these are things the port needs to take seriously. This is what the community wants. They want growth. Families in Washington State need housing. Businesses need, people need jobs. Businesses need to have opportunities to expand in Allyn and Belfair. And so these are things that I'm bringing to the port's attention that have not been taken care of, that need to be taken care of. The water system should serve every vacant piece of land in Allyn. And there's no excuses and there's no reason why that has not happened. And 5 years ago, Larry Capola addressed the commission and let them know that the port only had 132 water connections and they were going to run out. He'd issued 90 of them. And 5 years later, here we are in the same exact spot. So we need some accountability.
Thank you.
I see next,
Mr. Van
Mr. Van.
Busker?
Thank you. Commissioner, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
we can.
Thank you. 2 years ago, you folks had a special meeting out of county at the Kitsap Building Association in Bremerton. And the purpose of that meeting was to discuss the upcoming comprehensive scheme of harbor improvements. During the meeting, Commissioner Scott stated she always believed the port should own and operate a commercial or a light industrial park. Later in the meeting, Sweetwater and the Salmon Center were discussed. Mr. Coppola stated that the cost of doing the project had tripled in the time that the port had been working with the Salmon Center, pursuing funding for the park. While it qualified for funding, it was ranked so low that it was not funded. Mr. Coppola felt that if the project were to be dropped, it wouldn't be the worst thing. He suggested the Salmon Center work with someone else and the port not be the lead anymore. A month later, he passed away. Here we are 2 years later. I obtained a copy of the hazard tree removal permit filed with the county last month. It was signed by Mr. Merrill with Miss Harlow as an authorized agent. The two of them have been going to several community groups, giving presentations, promoting the property. The two arborist reports that were commissioned and paid for by the port are outdated. They need to be updated and ground truthed. I recently noticed a 4 to 5 foot diameter dead tree on the property. There's also a seasonal stream that I've told you folks about several times. There is Devil's Club uphill from the property on the school district property, and that is an indicator species for wetlands. The permit fails to address the adjacent wetlands, as well as the supposed archaeological site on the port property, which was listed in 2012 by the Hood Canal Salmon Enhancement Group, with no one other than perhaps one of the former property owners and themselves knowing about it. And it's now referenced in the 2022 Planned Action EIS. That's the site that I asked you folks as landowners to comment on, but you failed to. At your recent 8/28 special meeting, there was discussion about an application for Mason County 09 funds to pay for a cultural resource assessment, a wetland delineation, and a properties rezone. Why does the port want to rezone property from R10 to mixed use? Rezones are timely and expensive process with no guarantees. Only part of the port's property and all the Salmon Center property is zoned R10. It should be two separate rezones as there are two different property owners. And why should County 09 monies be used to pay for a county permit? It seems like a question for the county auditor, Mr. Dunkel. In 2004, during the sub-area planning process, both the Port of Allyn Executive Director, Commissioner Scott, as well as the Salmon Center representative and the school
Thank you,
district
Mr. Van
representative and Chairperson Brian Peterson and several others advocated for that multifamily zoning for that particular spot. You have to ask yourself why, and you need to dispose of the property. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, anybody,
No? Okay. Moving on, we are at the approval of the agenda, and I would like to add two items. One is Bonnie Knight. She's been working with the Sergeant Oyster House, which has been a key project for the Port of Allyn. So she'll give a report first, and then, I forgot your name?
Terry.
Terry. Reinbold?
Reinbold.
Okay, and you are with the in regard to
And it's speaking for
the Sweetwater
project,
Park. Okay.
And I represent the Kiwanis Club in Northern Mason.
Okay, and you represent the Kiwanis Club, in case they can't hear that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's have those two items added, and Bonnie would like to start right off the top, so let's go ahead and do that. Do we hear a motion for the approval of the agenda?
I make that.
Okay, I'll second it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we can add those two items, and we'll start off the top. Bonnie, if you would, please.
Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm not drinking, I'm just weak. It's been a long time since we started this project. In fact, in 2011, the project was started. A lot of people don't realize that thing's been out, hasn't been that long. It started because Bill Dewey from Taylor Shellfish, Michael O'Sullivan from the Historic Society, and the port, I was with them, we decided that that was a historic building that needed to be restored. Fast forward, the port commissioners approved the project. Randy worked very closely with it, and so did Judy, all the way along the line. In the early years, there was a lot of public input. We did a feasibility as far as where to put it. It was gonna remain on site out there, and then Fish and Wildlife kind of screwed that up, took all the land on either side, so we couldn't do that. Took a lot to get it re-sited, and we went through a whole process on where we could re-site it. And we tried up the bay and down the bay, and it ended up that out here is the best place for it. And with all of the support would also be there. Because I've heard some questions about could it be moved, but at this stage of the game, the permits and everything are already done. We had a commission, or we had a board put together. Judy served on it, or she's been on it. And we've been working a lot on the design and all the things that have had to happen. It's a long, slow process. We've gotten grant money. The port has gotten grant money. And the North Bay Historic Society is actually responsible for the building and the historic preservation. The port is responsible for getting it out there because that's their land. We've worked very well moving forward. The building itself, we now have finished the outside, of course. It looks kind of funny because some strange things were done, but it's going to be painted. And that should be in the not very far future at all. There was some question about the design. When Mike Ross drew a conceptual drawing, he put sidewalks on the sides, and there was a good reason for that at the time, but the reasons changed. And our committee, and Dan was here, I talked it over with him today, and we had decided a long, long time ago that we didn't want to change the look of the building. It would change the historic look of it. There was a question about the sliding door, which is a really ugly thing, but the committee said that's the way it should be. So we're working through that. The electrical is in, we've had the inspection on that, and I've talked with the county permit people, and they're gonna be out to inspect everything.
Panel, yeah, everything, yeah.
All of the ins and outs and the little holes and all that stuff. And as soon as that's done, the insulation is already sitting out there, it's already been paid for. So we are making really good progress, even though it may not look like it from the outside. We've got a very good board we're working with. And as soon as the inspections are done, we can put in the insulation, and then we're ready to go with the drywall, and we do have the money to do it. So it's coming along. It's coming along, and within just 6 months, all of the actual building should be together. That part should be finished. We had a really good thing happen last week. Way back when Olympia Oyster lived, they had their building out on Oakland Bay, is that where it is?
Yeah, there is one, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, Olympia Oyster's been around since 1951, just like Sargent. Anyway, when they decided to change their building, they had to put so much money into historic preservation. And part of that, since they were not going to rebuild their building, the North Bay Historic Society got $40,000 towards our project, which has been extremely helpful. It's helped us to finish all this stuff. Tim called me the other day, Tim McMillan called, and a lot of their museum stuff, we went down and we picked it up, and he's given us a lot of other things, things like an oyster fork, which we didn't have, and a lot of other small things for the museum, so we're really excited. And he also gave us boxes of recipes that we can sell for $1 a piece, and there's like thousands of them, so we're really excited about that. It's going very well, and we're hoping that by late this fall, even though we can't move the building, we can start doing some finishing stuff on it. And I talked with the county today about the permits, and I said, is that possible? Since the shoreline's not going to be ready for at least a year, is there any chance that we could make it ready for the public before then? And he said that is a possibility. We'll just have to wait and see. But we are moving forward. It's going really, really well. And if anybody has any questions? I mean, I had to go back because people don't realize all the decisions that have been made along the way by the committees and by the port and by the county. It's too late to change any of the basic stuff now. But we're excited.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you for giving me the time.
Thanks for coming back and getting it back in the saddle. Appreciate it.
Yeah, my mind's back.
Yeah. Terry?
Body not so much, but the mind's back.
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, it's a long way down. Okay, I don't think hardly any of you folks know me. I'm Terry Reinbold. My wife Donna and I live in Belfair, and I'm the current president of the Kiwanis Club of North Mason. And the official name of this project that I want to discuss, which we're partly been talking about, the Hood Canal Salmon Enhancement Group and the Port of Allyn's Sweetwater Creek Water Wheel Park Project. Wow, could they have gotten a longer name on that?
That's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. I think it is a wonderful project, so does the Kiwanis Club. For those that don't know, probably everybody does, but real quick recap. The new park, the trail, the restored stream, will be tremendous benefit to people of Belfair and of all of Mason County. Settings such as the one proposed in this project play an important role in the quality of life, healthy lifestyles, and need for increased recreational opportunities in both Allyn and Belfair. We are confident that through the strong partnership between HCSEG and the Port, these two entities will deliver on this project for the benefit of the community. As you know, the park will include repaired trails and bridges in addition to the water wheel, which I'm looking forward to having fixed up, which will allow the public to finally enjoy this space that is conveniently located near other transit lines and local trails, such as the Mary Theller Center, the Union River Estuary walking trails, and others. We believe this project will greatly enhance the community and create a wonderful addition for new visitors. The project will also create essential environmental learning opportunities for all, ADA accessible fishing and recreational opportunities, as well as space for our community to gather. My wife and I were working on this, and we honestly can't think of a more appropriate and environmentally responsible way to enhance this property. We hope that you will please give this project your full support, and I have a copy of this letter that I will leave with you, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, okay. Thank you. Yeah, it's just, I've got a copy of the map here. It's too small for you all to see, I know. But looking at the details, this looks wonderful. And I know there's been some issues and some time delays and stuff, but hopefully we can work on those and get this thing moving. We need to get it done. And we'll keep working on funds too. Anyway, that's all. Thank you. Any questions? I think so. Thank you all.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, moving along, we're at the consent agenda items. Do I hear a motion to accept the agenda items?
I'll make a motion that we accept the consent agenda items.
All right, I'll second that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Commissioner reports. Mike, what have you
I have
got?
a citizen request to pull one of the items off the consent agenda.
Okay, which one is that?
The special meeting minutes of the 28th. Could you?
Okay, what is your,
Regular agenda,
what is your purpose?
separate discussion and vote?
For the August 28th?
Yes.
It already occurred, so
Pardon?
it already occurred. Why would we pull, when we pull them? All we're doing is approving the minutes.
Yes, I have a correction I'd like you to consider and a discussion, so you change those.
Well, you can go ahead and suggest it. What is your suggestion?
You didn't follow the process and asked if there was anybody that wanted to do it, and I tried to log on there.
I apologize for that.
Do you have it in front of you? Have you read?
Yes, I've read it, and I have it in front of us.
So if you turn to page 2 of the August 28th minutes, right above the letter about Sweetwater, there's comments attributed to me. Do you see those?
Yes. About the 09 funds?
Yes, please,
Did you,
Yes.
we lost you.
yes, you still there?
Yeah.
The comments on page 2 of the August 28th meeting were the comments that I made at the August 11th meeting, and they need to be stricken from the 28th meeting. Somebody cut and pasted the exact same comments and put them on the 28th meeting. If you want to refer to the August 11th, the exact same ones are there.
Interesting,
I'm looking at the August 11 comments. Let's see here.
because
you
I
have two
remember him
comments.
talking about the
I don't see
09.
them being the same.
Yeah, I remember,
Oh, I see on the top here.
August 11th, I did not talk about it at all.
Yeah, you're right.
okay,
That was a mistake on my end.
all right. Duly noted then. Thank you, Mr. Van Busker.
So they have been stricken?
Yes, we will. We'll make that adjustment.
Thank you.
Okay, so we will correct that
The August 11th minutes.
yeah, so-
We get a correction.
from the August 28th, strike what was there and put it in the August 11th. So we need an approval for that, or that it will be corrected.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we
Do the approve
make
it as
the, make
correct.
the appropriate corrections so it accurately reflects what was said.
Okay.
I know what day it was
Oh,
properly said.
yeah, the correction will be made and then it'll be available in the next regular meeting.
Okay,
And then at that point, when you approve that, it'll be posted for this meeting.
okay, excellent. So I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Thank you. So onward we go. Mike, do you have a report?
Let's see here. I have not much of one. I just attended the last meeting, our special meeting on the 28th. And, this meeting, that's about it.
Okay. Of course, I,
Didn't make any, the EDC meetings yet, so
oh, you did not this time?
not yet.
Okay. Okay, I attended the regular port meeting, attended the Peninsula Regional Transportation Organization meeting August 15th, listened in on the RCO meeting with the 19th with, the extension of the compliancy. August 27th, I attended the Oyster House meeting with Bonnie and, forgot his last name, but Kim Gant is from Department of Archaeological and Historical Preservation, so we went over the Oyster House. Andy, oh yeah, okay. And then also the Port Special meeting, and then picked up signs and stuff from WashDOT, the Washington State Department of Transportation. Okay, old business. Travis, would you like to lead us in that?
Executive Director's Report. Do you have any questions on that before we go to old business?
Oh, sure, because it kind of follows through, I guess that's why I skipped it, but yes.
You've had a chance to read it. I won't touch on any details that you don't have any questions on. It's all on the web.
Yeah, I don't have any questions.
I don't have any questions.
Is the director's reporting ready?
Yes, it's on the website, isn't it?
Yeah.
The director's report.
Because we got that copy, so-
Okay, you can move on to old business. I did have a bit there for the water system development portion. Just wanted to update publicly the commission on, we're still waiting from DOH on getting that approval. They've got everything they need for that second round of comments that they needed those additional information on. So we will be reaching out to them here this week and finding out what the holdup is. We're at week 3 right now after it's been resubmitted. It took them nearly 90 days the first time around, but second times around, there's very little for them to actually look at, so it shouldn't be too much longer. As soon as that comes back as approved, then the bid packet you've already approved goes straight out to bid, and we'll give contractors 3 weeks to come up with numbers for us before we select.
Okay, I just wanted to back up for a moment, I'm sorry, I wanted to ask you about the maintenance manager update,
Sure.
sorry,
Yeah, Don is back to full duty.
okay,
He's been cleared, but we still have some lingering things, especially water system wise, that could use the attention of the temporary employee that we brought. And there's certain things that I would prefer someone with a little more vitality to be doing. So we're restructuring the work responsibilities, and then we will come back to the commission at a later
Yeah.
point about how we're going to address that, especially with a new budget coming up.
yeah. Well, Brandon is doing great, so that's good.
We do have an infrastructure project starting on the 15th. I thought it was the 9th, but it's now the 15th. That's already been approved, the Kitsap Housing nine-home extension. And they've cleared the lots and everything, they're all done up there. They're getting ready to, they'll start installing sewer first.
Okay,
And then after that, probably a week or so later, they'll begin the water portion. And that's where we will have Brandon up there basically watching over the contractors.
Doing the oversight,
Yeah.
correct?
Basically as the ports inspector. There, he has a lot of installation experience, so that and shipyard process is exactly what governments need. So we'll be able to keep tabs and track on every bit and piece and record what we need to record, so that when the time comes, we know we got what our water system plan says we're supposed to have.
Excellent, that's great. Okay, water committee, is that, or do you talk about the kids? Yeah.
Yeah,
Water committee?
I could touch on the water committee. We had a meeting on the 3rd. We discussed another developer's extension that's been applied for, free extension bit over on Wheelwright Street. We came to terms on the corrections that need to be made so that they will approve those plans. But that has to get over to the engineer and make those corrections. I'll review those, and then we'll put that final bit to the of the application and approve that application.
Is that their engineer or ours, or?
It's their engineer, but their engineer is also our engineer.
Okay,
So
Makes it easy.
they chose to use that same engineer.
okay,
So the committee's happy with it. We'll get that back, and that will be a finished product for the application, which means they can move on to a notice to proceed.
great,
And that will move along. There's, I think, some easement issues that still have to be addressed there, but after that, they're good to go.
great, excellent. Pier repairs?
Yeah, we're still in a little bit of a holding pattern because of a lot of the water system work I've been doing, so.
Sure,
We haven't had any progression on the float maintenance portion or the handrail bit. We are completely done and finished with the repairs to the pump out stations. Those are both fully operational.
great.
That's good.
Yeah,
But then I did do a walkthrough with marine floats, and we discussed some of the issues that had plagued us before in 2021, 22 king tide storms. And we didn't find anything, glaring. So, the same problems that we had are still issues that we want to address, but we're pretty confident we're going to survive another winter. But we will be looking at having him come back when the lowest tides come up here in the fall. And we're going to get out there on a -3 or a -4 tide, and we're really going to get in the mud and look at all of those pilings. And we're going to make a list, and we're going to see what we can do with the available funds to put us in the best position.
okay.
Whether it be encasing some of those to get more mileage out of them, or replacement if necessary. But
Do you recall how much money we have left for that?
yeah, it's stated here,
Okay.
443,000.
Oh, yeah, okay,
We've
gotcha.
been fairly conservative and
Yeah.
made sure that we used only the money we needed to keep things put together. Now, that observation deck, that's not coming back.
Gotcha,
Yeah, that's gonna be an off-limits portion until that whole thing gets replaced, because that's a lot of money that would go into something that very rarely gets used anyway. And we're just trying to keep that footprint so we don't lose it.
okay, I was just gonna
Yeah.
ask if that should even
Right.
be just taken out, but you're right about the footprint.
Yeah.
The hand railing now, you're just waiting on okaying
So
the design?
we still have to finish the drawings for the, sending over to the
Okay.
county for getting the, and I had a volunteer helping us on it, but they've, had some setbacks. so.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Oyster House, we've touched on pretty heavily already.
Do you have anything to add?
Nope.
Okay,
Things
Thank
are
you,
coming
Bonnie,
along
for-
swimmingly.
sharing that.
And then, of course, the security report had an issue of a boat being left on the boat ramp and got beached, and they are no longer allowed to launch at our facility anymore.
Okay,
That is, a letter was drawn up, and that is that.
okay.
They had to use a
But
code.
going back, you still have the possible action on the Oyster House.
How did I miss that? Oh,
I
yes.
talked over it.
Okay. So let's go ahead and deal with that. Let me find that here.
There's the action document.
So what this is in order to get some of the work done that we need to for moving the Oyster House and getting the engineering done, this is a request for qualifications for professional engineering services.
Right.
Would you like to address that and explain why we have to?
Well,
go
so we
through
have
that?
to actually, go out and find an engineer that has the qualifications to do the work that we're looking for. Once we have selected a qualified engineer that's responded to all of our conditions, then at that point, we negotiate what the cost is going to be.
Yeah,
Now, that doesn't mean that we have to keep that engineer once we accept their qualifications. If we cannot come to an agreement on costs, then we can go back to the drawing board and go back out there. But usually you're able to, come to a conclusion on what's gonna work and what's not. So
yeah,
this will allow the port to choose a engineer that has the qualifications necessary, whether they're big or small.
yeah, that is something that has changed now. In order to get bids, you can't just throw out the bids, you have to get qualifications first.
And then, this is written in a manner that's saying, hey, we have X amount of money to do this project. If you don't feel like we can get the construction costs and everything under that amount, don't come to us and tell us that you think that it's possible. We want somebody that feels like they have a creative method that'll make that happen.
Okay,
Excuse me, did they look at design build?
What was that?
If
Does-
someone wants to come in under a design build, is that possible?
Yeah, so this will just be the engineering, then we go out to bid again for the actual build. So, yeah, we can't do them both at the same time.
But the question is, instead of design bid build, have you looked for a design build approach? I think the answer is no. then.
No.
Okay,
No, I
so
don't,
it's
yeah.
design bid build.
Yep.
we kind of already have a design, I think that's just the problem, but we need it engineered. Is that correct?
Well, we don't have the complete design
Yeah.
of how it's gonna sit over the water. No,
Okay,
we had 35% drawings done that did not
yeah,
really show much of that.
right,
You have
okay.
a question?
Dan,
Is that including the pilings or is that including the beams and the structure
Yeah.
underneath,
Pilings, the whole 9 yards.
the whole thing?
Yeah,
Okay. That goes back to what we had discussed. If you eliminate the walkways on either side of that building, which were not part of the building,
right,
that should save you
That should
somewhere
save-
around $50,000 to $60,000.
right. And they've been removed with just the idea that the engineer should be mindful if it ever wants to be installed at a later point, that actual
That, I
structure.
think, would ruin, I don't think you'd have to do that. My reason for that is, this is a historical building, Travis. We don't have to apply for those type of items when you're putting back an historical building. If it wasn't an historical building, I would agree with you. But in this case, I'd say not to go to that expense.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
So I'm making an option.
okay, yeah,
Somebody
That's
down the
good.
road might not
Yeah,
understand.
then, yeah, if the commission wants to remove it, easily remove it. It's,
Well,
It's
make
for,
it-
it's for you to talk about.
Or make it easier, right?
Yeah, well, cheaper in the long run, for sure.
Yeah, and it was just, I was asking them to, when they make the design, if it ever became something that was something they wanted in the future.
Yeah, would it though? Because, I mean, not to waste a lot of time, but, you know, I mean, when I'm dead and gone,
Okay, since we know the money that the court has that was
Yeah.
allotted for this, dollar value goes up every 6 months in this state. So I would say not to do it.
okay.
Now, somebody 50 years from now wants to add it, the dollar value is gonna be different, that they'll have to address.
Sure, yeah, okay.
And I didn't mean to add it in a way that, it was just added in a way that if the design actually, it in no way is it asking for it to be done.
I know, I just, what's my opinion?
Yeah, and the inference is that they might do it, but we, as a historic society, would never approve that.
Okay,
Of course, we'll be getting gone, so somebody can do something else, but I'd rather not open the possibility.
And it's only one provision in here, and I can completely strike that.
okay.
It isn't incorporated to any other part of the request.
Is that in here, what page, and I'd like to see
It's,
what,
item number 2, substructure and foundation design, Waterwood Foundation, item number 3.
Okay. What page?
second page, third page?
Yeah, second page. Second page of the exhibit A.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
exhibit A,
Exhibit A, okay.
and then second page.
And deck framing,
Okay,
third part, right? Oh, that part.
So it's the 5th page in on the back of it.
And we're just
I think
gonna
I got
delete that out.
substructure and foundation design?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah, and it's provision number III, number 3.
number 3, okay,
Because there was a lot that had that incorporated into the entire write-up, and I removed all of that and just incorporated it there to be sure that it was not going to be part of what was constructed. Just the idea when they do the actual design, that the design would be suitable to a future expansion.
okay. Of course, your last line in that was construction of the graded plankway are not to be constructed,
Constructed,
yeah.
correct. Not
But
to be
still,
constructed.
we'll strike that whole paragraph, and then we can, approve this, so we can get it going.
Yep, that's easy enough.
Is this on the website?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I make a motion to approve the request for qualifications for the professional engineer services regarding the Oyster House foundation design with our changes that we just made. This request will be sent out over the statewide emergency roster system for qualified responses.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Okay, next is setting the time and date for our budget workshop. Here, I'll take that to sign. Do I need to
Actually,
sign?
no, I just have
you?
to sign it and put your
Super.
name on it.
Okay. So what works for you?
For our workshop, sometime the week of the 22nd to the 26th. At the
Okay,
moment, it's
yeah,
open.
I'm open. I'm not on Friday, though.
No, that's a bad week, that's the week of small ports. Or no.
No,
September?
No,
September.
I'm sorry.
That's October.
I was hoping that you could look at the last week in September. I think it's the 29th through the 2nd of October. Just to
I'm
kinda,
open on Monday or Tuesday. That's it, though.
there's just a lot to prepare for that meeting.
Okay.
I'm open, I guess, in the mornings on those 2 days. At the
You wanna
moment,
shoot for Monday morning?
on the 29th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
9 AM?
that'll work.
Okay. September 29th at 9 AM.
It's a workshop, so.
You got it?
Making
Okay.
sure it's in my brain that way.
All right. So the next item, there are no new items today, so we are now at the financial position report. Did Erin give the report? Did she?
Yeah, she put I gave you, she passed it over this morning.
Okay, would you like to go over that?
So, we're still, doing quite well over budget on the general fund. There's, the DNR revenue is starting to slack off, which we knew was coming. We'll take what we got and, work with that, but, we will not be planning any differently than we did last year in the budget for DNR revenue. We usually put only around 5,000 in there as what we think we're going to get. This was a very unique year for cutting in the district. So expenses are down a little bit. So I mean, not something to go around and say, oh gosh, we got money to spend, but we're happy to see that, and that's in the general fund, of course. Our year-end balance looks to be quite a bit over what we expected, so that's mostly due to that DNR revenue.
Yeah. It's over budget by 123,000, correct?
Yep.
And some odd stuff, which is really helpful.
So water fund is another story altogether. We're making it work, but it's been challenging. We've got a lot more revenue coming in because we've got 22 more service connections since the beginning of the year. From the MTT installation and the 12 that finally came online from Housing Kitsap. So that's the bulk of our increased revenue on water sales. But of course, we are definitely getting into the upper ranges of our legal expenses. So we will be keeping a very close eye on that and seeing how it'll affect our budget for next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all I've got for that.
Okay. Any questions, Commissioner, or no?
Yep.
All righty. Okay, I guess we can move forward then with our approval of the vouchers. So, Mike, would you like to make a motion? or
I'll make a
read?
motion, I need to read these, correct?
That is correct.
That's the part of the call. Alright, I make a motion that we approve the general fund voucher 25090013 through 25090041 for $11,868.05. Also make a motion that we approve the payroll voucher 25090001 through 25090012 and for $20,763.08. And that we make the payment for the water fund voucher 25090042 through 25090048 for $11,426.76.
Okay, I will second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So moved. Okay, now we're at that fun part, good of the order. Bonnie?
Maybe I missed it, but I didn't see any printed financial reports or anything
In the,
They're online, but you can have
I think
mine.
it really serves the purpose to print them because we're here and I'm not online.
you can have one.
Yeah, you can have mine. You can have mine.
Well, I think in the future it would be good to be
Good
able to
point,
walk
though.
into the meeting and be able to pick them up because not everybody gets online.
Good point. Duly noted, for
I
sure.
just tried to download it on my phone and I can't get it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's too much stuff to be able to look at it right now.
Making sure I have it all here for you.
I do appreciate that.
So here's these and also the executive director's report. I'll get it to you. Are you getting it? Oh, here.
Whatever, as long as she doesn't have to get up and down too much.
You got it?
Thank you.
And she needs a blanket.
Just because I'm sitting here shivering, I mean, what the
Here you
heck?
go, there's.
These
you
are
gotta
my
sign
kids.
The voucher.
Okay.
I didn't introduce you to my daughter here.
I'm my oldest daughter.
That they take care of me.
Anything for the good of the order while we're signing? Oh, Ken, sorry, I missed you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Commissioner. I just wanted to say that the audio is much better at this meeting. Folks you're not talking over each other. I can hear a lot better. And I can actually see who's talking. You have a camera looking at the podium. Can't see the people talking that are in the audience, but it's much better audio this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ken.
Another good of the order.
Yes.
Joe Severson made a couple comments and I happened to be voting no, so I was the one that took care of those things at the time. And the business park we were talking about was over in Belfair, and we never got the land and we didn't get the grants that we needed to be able to do it, so that was the answer to that. And the answer to something else, but I can't remember.
Thank you.
Oh, the reason the fort took on the sergeant thing was because of tourism.
Sorry.
Developing the tourism, which they know is right at the top of everything right now as far as making money for our county, so that's how they do it, support that.
There's the signature pages.
I have good with the order.
Okay.
Requires us to. I would like to put this for us, it's just for us to look at on the back wall, so that we remember why we're here and who we're representing.
Okay.
But need approval, I guess.
Oh, we have a quorum, don't we?
Yep, so.
Go ahead and move that we can put it on the,
I make a motion that we put in, sign "In God We Trust" on the back wall. It's for us, it's not to,
us to remind ourselves.
just for us to remind ourselves of who we're here for and what we represent.
I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, that, you know what, that was for the good of the order, so we weren't really supposed to vote on that, but now we'll be in
That's
trouble.
okay, as a public good of the order, I'd like to request that you put that sign on.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
You get in trouble for that.
Duly noted.
I knew there wasn't a chance it was gonna be a no, so. Didn't think it mattered where we put it.
Well, since the public requested it, it wasn't the government request. The public asked for that.
It will be
So they
on
can
there
help.
by 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Okay,
Okay.
because we're here to serve, you know. Never forget that. Anything else for the good of the order? Will, do you have anything you want to share? No? Mr. LaPere, nothing for the order? No?
I promise I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay.
So
You
just
I've seen him
hit-
2 years.
Do you have anything? No?
Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody. If that's it, I don't have anything else.
When is your next meeting?
Next meeting will be our workshop, which will be the 29th, but then our regular meeting will be October, is it 11th? 13th.
13th.
You know, I put that on here and now it's not on my phone.
October 13th, 4 PM.
Everybody watched me put it on my phone, and I'm looking down my phone. and
Special
it's not
meeting will
there.
be 9 AM on the 29th, Monday. I know, I agree, but that's what everybody usually can make with the commissioners. Okay, nothing else and meeting adjourned. Thank you very much, folks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.